calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh. The pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's gay?
50 Cent is...
Oh, my Lord, please. What? Girl, we got to talk after this episode is over.
Wait, Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean...
He gave you...
No, he's not. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, but he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear.
50 Cent just won't let go of his grudge with Vivica Fox, no matter how much time passes. He made fun of her again, this time for supposedly getting a BBL, Brazilian butt lift, at almost 60. It's like he's still stuck on her. Vivica's new look has been going viral on social media lately. And as soon as her name starts trending, guess who shows up to comment?
The main thing that what killed the relationship was that we just went way too public, way too fast.
Yep, 50 Cent. At first, it seemed like he might be impressed, and some people even started talking about the possibility of him getting back together with Vivica. But just when everyone thought a reunion might happen, he quickly changed his approach. He started insulting her, making fun of her surgery, and saying she'll never find another man.
But for my birthday, he filled my entire house with my favorite flowers, which were Casablancas and gardenias.
He's very romantic, and he's like a big teddy bear. Yeah. And see, I know that side of him, and he's very sweet and very kind and gives the best hugs.
Now let's talk about, he's 10 years younger than you are.
11.
11 years younger than you are. And you've said that energizes you.
Yeah, definitely makes me happy. Keeps a pep in my step for sure.
Was he in love with you?
Very much. I mean, I think that the reason why it's haunted me for such a long time is I found out later that he wanted to propose to me. So that's why.
Right. Okay. So I'll set the stage. They're in Monte Carlo. 50's got the ring in his pocket.
No.
That's
he was going to have a theater because I was excluded in the international tour of Kill Bill.
That's pretty bold, right? But Vivica isn't one to stay silent. She hit back hard, and not only did she defend herself, but she also dropped a major bombshell. She claimed that 50 Cent is secretly on the down low and said he wouldn't recognize a real woman if she slapped him in the face. Whoa! This old drama just got heated, but not in a romantic way. It's messy, petty, and just straight up chaotic. And by the way, Vivica's been getting work done.
You know, I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress, too.
That shocked a lot of people. No one saw it coming. But hey, Vivica is a grown woman, and she makes her own choices. If she wants to change things up, that's her business. Still, 50 Cent acts like he has some sort of ownership over her body, and the obsession is crazy. Vivica Fox has always been that girl, exotic, stunning, and with a body that's always on point. That's why her recent transformation had everyone talking. No one saw that coming. But let's be honest, people have been making little shady comments about her looks for years now, which really doesn't make sense. Some folks have been criticizing how she doesn't look the same as she did in her prime, especially comparing her to her role in Kill Bill. Seriously, that movie came out in 2003, over 20 years ago. Of course, she looks different now. Back then, Vivica was in her mid-30s, and now she's almost 61. What do they expect? A time machine. Bodies change, especially women's bodies, and that's just par life.
Oh man, my love life is great.
So like the first time though, when Vivica gives you the go ahead and says you're gonna get naked in your bed, is it awesome?
Yeah, that's exciting.
Are you able to hold out a long time?
No.
Is she loud in bed? Like, does she make a lot of noise? She make a lot of noise?
She don't make a lot of.
Even with all the changes, Vivica is still killing it and serving looks that most people would love to pull off at any age. But when she showed up with her new shape a few weeks ago at a meet and greet in Houston to promote her hair brand, that was the plot twist nobody saw coming. The internet went crazy and people couldn't stop talking. Let's be real. It's not every day you see women in their 60s getting fresh BBLs or undergoing surgery to completely reshape their bodies. Sure, it's rare, but Vivica flipped the script. People expect a little nip here, a little tuck there, maybe a facelift or some Botox, but a full-on BBL? That's usually something women in their 20s or 30s get, not someone almost 60. So when Vivica showed off her new curves, the internet exploded. Fans had plenty to say. One person wrote, "I'm all for people doing what they want with their bodies, but Vivica needs to chill. She already looked great for her age. Why risk it?" Another said, "This is dangerous. Our elders are out here trying to be 35 forever. It's getting embarrassing and risky."
Dump you or you dumped her? Be honest.
Okay, I ain't calling no more.
Oh, really?
I have to stop calling.
Really?
Well, what happened?
She told you to stop calling?
Nah, I stopped calling. I feel like her people were taking advantage of the situation as far as her publicist was concerned.
They were using you for publicity.
Good for you. Nah, they couldn't have been using me for publicity because then,
In a way, you're the hottest thing out there.
Yeah, but in the then it would be, and we wouldn't have been together intimately.
And of course, it didn't take long for 50 Cent to jump in. He slid into the comments with "Wait, let me see." People weren't sure if he was throwing shade or just being playful, but then he followed up with, "Who said I was spinning the block? Man, I ain't gonna lie, that booty was good though. I think so." That's when things got confusing. Was he flirting or was he just being messy? Fans were left wondering if 50 still had a soft spot for Vivica and might be considering a second chance. But that hope didn't last long, because right after that, 50 pulled a classic move and went full petty. Out of nowhere, he started trolling Vivica again, posting a side-by-side video comparing her real-life appearance to her Instagram photos. In the video, she looked completely different, like night and day.
It was like a huge learning lesson for me. It was the first time that I went public with the relationship that I should have maybe taken the time to get to know him.
With 50 Cent?
Yes, Curtis.
And just to be extra, 50 Cent added an obviously edited Instagram photo at the end to really stir the pot. Let's be real, Vivica did look pretty different in that video compared to the pics she posted on social media. But who doesn't? Almost every celebrity out there edits their photos with filters, Facetune, and even full-on Photoshop. Social media is all smoke and mirrors, and 50 knows that. He wasn't being slick. He knew exactly what he was doing when he posted that side-by-side video with her glamorous Instagram shot. He wanted people talking, and not in a flattering way. But Vivica, she's no rookie to this game, and word on the street is she's not even surprised that 50 pulled such a shady move.
Is it true that you turned the 12-carat ring into a pair of earrings?
Yeah.
An insider revealed that Vivica sees right through 50 Cent and thinks his comments are just vindictive, with no real reason behind them. Apparently, she's been threatening to cause major trouble if he keeps pushing it. Let's be honest, knowing Vivica, she might just follow through. This woman doesn't bluff when it comes to getting even. These two have been on a toxic roller coaster for over 2 decades now, which is wild. They broke up more than 20 years ago, but still throw public shots at each other like it just happened last week. If anyone can match 50's chaos level, it's Vivica Fox. Their history is messy, dramatic, and full of tension from day one. When they first met at the BET Awards in 2003, 50 was instantly hooked by her beauty, and ever since, it's been a roller coaster of flirtation, fallout, shade, and full-on drama. Fast forward to the 2003 MTV Video Music Awards. Boom.
The relationship didn't work out, but the press lasted a lot longer than the relationship did. So, I mean...
Why do you think the press does that? Why do they, vilify the woman? Because when I read that stuff, I was like, it's so ridiculous.
No, it wasn't the press. It was him.
Oh.
No, it was him. He was like, she's exploiting me. She's trying to use me for, to get publicity, and which was so not true. I was about to be in a film with, Oscar-winning actors, and I've been acting for years. But, I just considered that ghetto love. That was his way of dealing with the breakup.
50 Cent and Vivica Fox stepped out on that red carpet hand in hand, shutting down all the rumors and side-eyeing. No more guessing games. They were an official power couple, and they wanted everyone to know it. This was the peak of their superstar era. 50 Cent was on fire, dropping his legendary debut album Get Rich or Die Trying, which sold a jaw-dropping 12 million copies worldwide. He wasn't just hot, he was untouchable.
It's all good, you know?
Okay, and I guess he went on his European tour.
Yes.
And at that point, I guess the relationship started to kind of devolve.
No, the relationship broke up after the World Music Awards. I came back and he was on the radio saying he dumped me.
You find out on the radio?
Yeah, my friend called me. I was in Baltimore filming The Salon, and my friend, the stylist, whose name is skipping me right now. Oh, my friend Daryl Brown called me and said, yo, your boy's on the radio blasting you. And first I went, who? And he was like, 50 Cent. I was like, Curtis? He's like, yeah, he's telling everybody you guys broke up. And I was like, we did? Huh? So he never personally said, it's a wrap.
On the radio. Huh?
Yeah, but he went on, and you know, that was his way. That was his way when I look back at it now.
Vivica Fox was Hollywood royalty at the time. She had hit after hit. Independence Day, Set It Off, Soul Food, Two Can Play That Game, Kill Bill. She was everywhere. The red carpets, the movie screens, the award shows, she was that girl. Together, they were the ultimate celebrity couple. Fame, fortune, looks, and chemistry that couldn't be faked. Vivica was falling hard for 50 Cent, day by day, and it showed. He treated her like a queen, whining and dining her, and the two looked like real relationship goals. Even though their relationship was short-lived, word is 50 was head over heels too. He was allegedly planning to propose, and get this, he was going to do it with a 12-carat engagement ring for her birthday, right around the time Kill Bill dropped. But just when things seemed like they were headed for fairy tale territory, everything went sideways.
See, I know we were on the phone, and my birthday was coming up, and he's such a gentleman. He's very generous. I know him as Curtis, always will. And the 50 Cent, you know, those are his performing thing and who he is as a man. So I met Kurt.
Vivica did something that rubbed 50 Cent the wrong way. And just like that, the dream ring was gone. Instead, he hit her with a pair of earrings and pulled the plug on the proposal. Let's break down how this love story crashed and burned. It fell apart fast, like a house of cards in a hurricane. 1 minute, they were Hollywood's a couple, and the next, it was all smoke and rubble. Privacy? That didn't exist for them, even back then. These two were constantly under a microscope, with paparazzi snapping photos, and tabloids writing about every move they made. Let's be real. No matter how strong a couple is, it cracks when their business is all over gossip headlines every day. But the real twist? The age gap. It turns out it wasn't just a cute detail. It was a huge problem. Vivica was in her late 30s, a grown woman who had experienced life, while 50 was still only 26, barely 27, and acting like it. Let's just say maturity wasn't a strong suit. And here's where things spiraled. 50 Cent couldn't keep their relationship private if his life depended on it. If there was a mic, a camera, or even a random stranger nearby, he was talking, dropping details, hinting at drama, and putting their business out there like he was auditioning for a reality show.
What were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, you know, the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh, pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's gay?
50 Cent is...
Oh, my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is over.
Wait, Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean...
He gave you...
No, he's not. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, but he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. So
you mean sometimes if people protest too much about something,
yes,
the fire is happening right there in front of them.
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy that made me kind of go,
Vivica wasn't having it at all. She didn't sign up to have her personal life turned into a public circus. She wanted love, not the drama of the rich and messy. And 50? He just couldn't stop running his mouth. Discretion? Never heard of it. Between the media frenzy, the too-soon public rollout, and 50's loose lips, their whole relationship was a ticking time bomb. And when it blew, it exploded like a firecracker on the 4th of July. Bright, loud, and over in seconds. Here's where things got real ugly. 50 Cent started feeling like being with Vivica was messing with his tough guy image. Instead of handling it like an adult and talking things out, he just dipped. No mature conversation, no text. She found out she was single by turning on the radio. Can you imagine waking up, flipping through stations, and hearing the host say, "You've been dumped"? That's cold, next level cold. But it gets worse. 50 didn't just break up with her. He ghosted her. No phone call, no warning, not even a "we need to talk." He just vanished like a magician walking off stage. One day he was there and the next he was gone, leaving Vivica confused, hurt, and completely blindsided. And if you think that's the end, think again. Instead of keeping quiet and moving on, 50 started spilling tea like it was happy hour. He aired out all the private details, the messy parts of their relationship, and then the audacity. He claimed Vivica was only with him for clout, like she wasn't already a full-blown star before he even had a hit record. At the end of the day, the spotlight was just too much for their relationship to survive. The cameras, the headlines, the constant buzz, it all got too loud, and they just couldn't handle the heat. But don't get it twisted. Remember when I said Vivica is not the one to play with? Yeah, 50 clearly forgot that memo. He thought he could drag her name through the dirt and walk away untouched. Wrong move. Vivica had zero patience for his nonsense and wasn't about to let him score cheap points by painting her as some desperate clout chaser. So what did she do? Oh, she clapped back. And hard. She didn't sit in silence or cry in a corner. She stood up and aired it all out. Vivica made it loud and clear she never used him for fame and wasn't about to let him twist a narrative like she was some groupie trying to ride his wave. You think you can play with my name? Think again. That was the energy she came with. And the wild part? Even though 50 was the one who dumped her, he was the one who ended up looking messy. 50 Cent is still out here being petty, acting like he got played while throwing shade and trying to act like he won something when, in reality, he just lost a real one. He didn't just move on, he went full savage. He even took shots at Vivica in his music. In his track In My Car, he dropped lines like, "My game mess with chick brain until she thinks she wifey. I spent her life savings in a day, 'cause she likes me. Commitment from me? Nah, not likely." Then he followed it up with, "Went out with Vivica, thought I was onto something, but next week? Nah, man, it was nothing." He really tried to make it seem like their entire relationship meant nothing to him. Like she was just another name on the list. Publicly downplaying their love and making her look like she was chasing after him while he was never serious. That's next level cold. Vivica was devastated. She later called the song heartbreaking and humiliating, and honestly, who could blame her? That kind of betrayal, played out through lyrics for the world to hear. It stings. But 50 didn't stop there. He kept the petty energy alive when Vivica landed a role on Empire. Instead of supporting her, he tried to take a jab at the whole show while sneakily dissing her at the same time. In an interview, he blamed the show's dropping ratings on too much gay stuff, saying, "There are 3 million less viewers from last night's Empire episode. Did you watch it? We couldn't take all the extra gay stuff or the celebrity drama." That comment backfired big time. Social media came for him hard, dragging him all over the internet. But like the troll he is, 50 tried to brush it off, saying it must be a slow news week. So, 50 stirred up a whole storm when he blamed Empire losing 3 million viewers on too much gayish. He tried to play it off like he was just saying, "Cookie, call me," and wasn't really throwing shade. But let's be real, the internet wasn't buying it. He tried to rhyme his way out of the mess. But the damage was done. And Vivica, she definitely wasn't letting that slide. She clapped back hard, throwing serious heat by hinting that 50 might have had something going on behind scenes with Soulja Boy. Yep, she basically cracked the door open on some rumors that had people side-eyeing for years. And 50, he lost it. He clapped back with a wild line saying, "Now she thinks I'm gay, 'cause I let her lick my butt. Wait, I didn't want her to. She forced me. My hands were tied, 50 shades of gray." That's what he actually said. Like, what even? But Vivica wasn't done. She fired back with a never-before-seen throwback photo of 50 wearing makeup and hit him with the caption, "Tell you what, 50 Cent, since you keep lying, I challenge you. Let's both go on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live and clear this up. You know that never happened." Queen Vivica wasn't playing, and the back and forth between these two has been going on for years, with each of them throwing shade and airing out their dirty laundry. These two are still stuck in 2005. One thing's clear, though. Vivica may get messy, but 50 Cent is always the one throwing the first punch. And now he's back at it again, trolling her over her new body like he's got nothing better to do. We already know 50's immaturity was a major reason their relationship fell apart in the first place. He wanted to keep that tough guy image alive, and now he's still playing the same tired game. First, he complimented Vivica's new body, and even dropped hints that he might be interested again. But the moment the internet started whispering that he still had a thing for her, boom, he switched it up and posted that shady video of her body, clearly trying to get her dragged online. But Vivica, she's done playing with him. According to someone close to her, she's warning 50 to keep her name out of his mouth. Period. She's not here for the mess, and she's definitely not letting him get away with clowning her for likes. And here's the wild part. Word is, Vivica's still sitting on some real dirt about 50, stuff she's kept locked away for years, allegedly. So, if he keeps poking the bear, he might just get burned. This version of Vivica, BBL Vivey, isn't the one. These two lovebirds turned rivals are legendary when it comes to drama. But what do y'all think? Is 50 out of line for coming at her like that? Or is Vivica right to clap back and threaten to spill the tea? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear all your thoughts. And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next messy update. See you in the next one.